Hello everyone, myself Vikas Kumar Gupta. Presently I am working as a PRT in Kendriya Vidyalaya BSF Meru Camp Hazaribagh. Today I have got an opportunity to say about National Policy of Education 2020 and importance of use of technology and online education. Firstly, I will share some highlights of National Policy of Education 2020 and thereafter I will express my ideas on use of technology and online education. So let's get started.
The new National Education Policy 2020 is the first education policy of the 21st century and replaces the 34-year-old National Policy on Education 1986. Built on the foundation pillars of access, equity, quality, affordability, this policy is aligned to the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and aims to transform India into a vibrant knowledge society and global knowledge superpower by making both the school and college education more holistic, flexible, multidisciplinary, suited to 21st century need, and aim at bringing out the unique capability of each student. Here is some silent feature of the policy for school education. Ensure universal access at all level of schooling from pre-primary school to grade 12. NEP 2020 aims to achieve 100% gross enrollment ratio in school education by 2030. Early childhood care education. NEP 2020 emphasizes on critically of the early year to ensure quality early childhood care and education for all children between 3 to 6 years by 2025. New curricular and pedagogical structure. The 10 plus 2 structure of social school curricula is to be replaced by 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 curricular structure corresponding to the ages 3 to 8, 8 to 11, 11 to 14 and 14 to 18 years respectively. A new and comprehensive national curriculum framework for school education NCFSE 2020-21 will be developed by NCERT. Attaining foundational literacy and numeracy. This will be set up on priority on focus on early language and mathematical skills from grade 1 to 3 by 2025. Multilingualism and power of language. Promoting Indian knowledge systems, languages, cultures, and values. Indian Sign Language will be standardized across the country. Assessment reforms. A new National Assessment Center PARAK Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development will be set up. Equitable and inclusive education. Learning for all. Teacher recruitment and career path. Standard setting and accreditation for school education. Vocational education. By 2025, at least 50% of learners through the school and higher education system shall have exposure to vocational education. Today I have got an opportunity to share my views on importance of use of technology and online education. Importance of use of technology in education. It is important to acknowledge that students are already interested and engaged in using technology. This creates many amazing opportunities for school and teachers to benefit from integrating some form of technology in the classroom and make in teaching and learning more effective. Here are some of the main benefits of using technology in the classroom. Improves engagement. When technology is integrated into lessons, students are expected to be more interested in the subject they are studying. Encourages collaboration. Students can practice collaboration skill by getting involved in different online activities. Improves knowledge retention. Students who are engaged and interested in things they are studying are expected to have a better knowledge retention. Encourages individual learning. No one learns in the same way because of different learning style and different abilities. A student can learn useful life skill through technology. Some points are ideas on ensure e-learning reaches to every child. Time to time parent teacher association and interaction with them will help to encourage e-learning among children. Local authorities with the help of state government in remote areas should arrange a common center for students where e-contents may be provided through different modes. Each student, if possible, must be equipped with at least one digital learning gadget or device. Step that the government should need to take for teachers so that they may able to blend e-resources in their classroom as well as able to take class online. For this, various trainings, orientation programs, coursework or workshops should be launched for teachers for the smooth conduction of teaching learning with e-resources in uniform way in the classroom as well as in online class. Possible resources should be provided to the teachers so that the teacher can easily develop their e-contents and also able to administer in the classroom. Time to time online assessment on the theme digital teaching learning may be conducted for the encouragement to the teachers. Development of e-resources with the help of teachers and also provide various platforms to them where they create or prepare their e-content as per the concept required for teaching. Types of e-contents useful for teaching learning process. Created e-contents by teachers would be more useful for the student to understand the concept and also able to go with the perfect rhythm with the student, teacher and curriculum. Competency by program learning should be developed as e-contents which will more useful in digital teaching learning. Use of audio visual aid provide the opportunity for stable learning among students and also it is teacher friendly. Development of e-content in multiple languages within a short period. Development of e-contents by local teacher. With the help of local teacher, e-contents may be developed in local languages in different regions. E-content may be transmitted through radio or any electronic media with the help of local teachers. Those teachers who know more than two languages may be identified and may work on developing the e-content in multiple languages. So these are my views on importance of online education and use of technology. Thank you for watching this video.